Rabbi Sholem Gajzinski is an educator living in Brooklyn, New York. In 1951, his parents moved from Cleveland to New York, where his father, Rabbi Moshe Aaron Gajzinski, sought a position in the rabbinate.
And actually, the Rebbe alone intervened to help my father find a rabbinical position here in the New York area. My father was one time sitting with Harav Talushkin, who was the Sgan Nossi of Agudas Rabbonim under Reb Moshe Feinstein, alav shalom. He was the so-called vice president, the assistant chief. And my father was discussing with him a matter to find a position. And as my father was talking with him, the phone rings, and Rabbi Talushkin, who was already an elderly fellow then, he jumps up from his chair and answers the phone. As he answers the phone, he says, "Yo Rebbe." Yes, Rebbe. And my father was amazed at the covet and hadras covet that Rabbi Talushkin gave for the Rebbe as he was speaking to the Rebbe on the phone. And as my father was sitting with him, that is when the Rebbe discussed with Rabbi Talushkin to help my father find a rabbinical position. And so he did. My father was it up for quite many years in the East New York area of Brooklyn. So my father came here, and as I mentioned with the Rebbe's intervention, he came back to New York. And he went to the Rebbe, his first yichidus with the Rebbe after the Rebbe assumed leadership of Klal Yisrael. It was Yud Aleph Cheshvan Toshin Yud Beis, the 11th day of Cheshvan, 1952, or perhaps then it was still 1951. And is the Yortzeit of Rachel Imeinu, of course. And the Rebbe asks my father, as he greeted him and welcomed him, he says, "Was ist die Sibbe für Eier kommen?" What is the reason for your coming here to Yechidus? So my father responded, "Ich hab gewollt, als der Freu mit die Kinder sollen senden mit Rebbe." I wanted my wife and children, my older brother and older sister, very young children, under 5, the oldest, should come to see the Rebbe. And the Rebbe asks, "Und mehr gar nicht?" And nothing else? So my father quickly responds, "Mehr gar nicht." Just that the family should see the Rebbe. So the Rebbe asks again with more emphasis and greater interest, "Mehr gar nicht?" Nothing else, for no other reason? My father thought, he contemplated, perhaps there's something else that he had in mind to ask the Rebbe that he forgot. But my father had nothing else to say, and he said, "Mehr gar nicht." A third time, the Rebbe uplifted his holy body from his chair a little bit, and he asks my father a third time, "Mehr gar nicht?" And he was very stern, perhaps we can say. And my father knew that he can't answer no. At least to remain quiet. It's not respectable to answer anymore. And my father thought very deeply. And he said, "Ja, ich hab sich demand." I reminded myself, "Heint is unser Yom HaChasana zu ein Jahr." Today is our wedding anniversary for many years to come. And the Rebbe told my father, "Oh, das ist bei euch gar nicht?"